Good morning, people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. So today we are in the greenhouse. It's not a proper greenhouse as per, but you know, we are getting there with the greenhouse. We just need proper roofing. So in this greenhouse, we did the same method of putting topsoil, good soil, getting rid of the sandy soil that we've had for years, and we are slowly replacing it. So in this greenhouse, we are going to plant some tomatoes. We've already started planting tomatoes, like you see here. These were planted today, this morning. These were planted today, and these are tomatoes. We are planting. This is how they did the beds. There's two in the middle. There's a pathway. There's two in the middle. There's a pathway. So they'll be able to access the plants without a struggle. Yeah, so this is the greenhouse. This is the second time we are planting tomatoes in here. The first time I was not here. I did not even see the tomatoes. No one showed me the pictures. But this time around, I'm here, I'm around, and I'm part of this project. And I'm hoping that it will be okay. So in this greenhouse, we're going to do tomatoes. We have lots of tomatoes in the seed bed that I showed you the other day. This guy that I have now, I've had him since last year in January 2022. So it's his second consecutive year. We've had him before. He left and then he came back. He's very good. He came back he was good then, but things do happen. He left because someone had promised him a good job, which didn't happen. So he went and stayed a year away. That was 2021. He stayed a year away and he's been looking for us. I want to come back. I made a mistake. So we took him back. He's been here for a year and 4 months now. Yeah. He's very good. He is very good. He works so hard. I have no complaints whatsoever with him. No complaints. We've had another one in between for about 3 months. I had to ask him to leave. He was not as good as he was expected to be. Yeah. So even outside here, we are going to plant more tomatoes. We're going to apply the same method. Just a quick update on our garden. I know you guys, if you're familiar with this channel, for those who have always been here, following me, I appreciate your love, your effort, and your time to watch my channel. I just want to update you today about the garden. Remember, I've done a few videos complaining about the soil in our garden, the poor soil in our garden. Most of you gave me advice that we need to get rid of the topsoil and add on good soil from either ant hills or from under the trees, you know, those mrakwani, manure, everything. We listened, we took that on board, and it's unfortunate that I've done this a bit late. I wanted to show you when they dug this. If you can see this bed here, it's a bit lower. They dug it, took all the soil over there on this heap here. On this heap here, you can see all this soil here, right, guys? Just compare, just look at this. What can we do in a garden with what is it called, pit sand? This is what builders want, and this is what we had in our garden. So they had to dig it out from these beds here, this one and this one. These are the first that we've done this method. So they dug it, put all the pit sand out, put it there. Then they put you know, the mashanga from maize cob. I don't know what it's called. You know, guys, me and English, we are not good friends, especially when it comes to some names. They do run away. Mashanga from the maize, yeah. So they put it underneath. Then they put a bit of topsoil which had manure on it, which is this one. Then they'll add on manure. They'll add on black soil like this one. You can see the difference is dark. It's from ant hills, you know. So that's what we are trying to do, guys. We hope that we are going to have a good harvest, good soils. These 3 beds here, we haven't done it yet, because when I went out the other day, they put the seeds in these 3 beds, and I wasn't here. When I came back, I did to remind them that we wanted to do that method of putting topsoil to get rid of the topsoil that we haven't put, rich soil, manure and everything. So we are putting anthill soil, we are putting manure soil, and we are also putting cow dung in this one. This is our rape that we've just planted. It's doing very well. There was a lot yesterday. We sold some bundles yesterday, and we are trying to just make sure our garden give us something, you know, instead of just having this whole big yard that we don't utilize. We thought of utilizing this garden. So this is what we are doing, guys. I would like to thank you all for giving us all the advice of what to do with our poor soil, and I can gladly say we followed your advice, and we are doing it exactly the way you asked us to do it. In here is my daughter's trampoline. I'm too close to it, so you won't see properly. I just want to show you what's inside the trampoline. So what's inside the trampoline is the yellow maize that we brought from England. We brought this maize from England, and it was planted in that side of the garden. That side of the garden that you see there. We had planted this yellow maize here. We didn't get much yield because we ate a lot of it. We ate a lot of it, so we planning to dry it in here. When it's dry, we get to prepare it to go to the grinding. We want to taste this, because when it's fresh, it's sweet. This yellow maize is sweet, very sweet, like sweet corn, but it's not sweet corn, but it's very sweet. So we are also trying to plant more this coming season. It's only 2 months short, very short season. 2 months is ready to, you know, if you guys can find this in the UK, but when you come here, you need probably to plant it towards winter, sort of like this time when we're going towards winter. Yeah, like April, May. Then it will be eaten probably in June. because we struggle with some pumpkins that we brought from the UK. We tried to put soil, we tried to put topsoil, everything, manure. It didn't do very well. The pumpkins did not do very well that we brought from England. So we are still experimenting with them. We don't know. The pumpkins were rotting before we could even eat them. So we are trying. It's just a trying era. Yeah, so guys, this is it. We divided our garden, as you can see. I talk too much. Let me just update you on the division of our garden. If you remember, for those again who have been following this channel, and if you starting today to watch, if you go back, you look at the old videos. If you remember, there was a green fence here, green fence along here to the end there. But guys, we were having problems with those girls sleeping in there, the dogs. They were coming in at night. Let's say you plant your vegetables, they would come and, like, if you see this portion that's empty here, it's because they came in here, they dug, they want to see wet ground, then they dig the wet ground very deep. I don't know what they'll be looking for. They enjoy doing that, even in the yard somewhere, as long as it's soft and wet, they will dig. So they were coming into the garden and destroying our vegetables. So we decided to put this fence here. We decided to put this fence here, and to the end, to the bottom up here, and all this. So we have a garden divided, but they were still jumping at the bottom there because the ground is lower. They were still jumping in, coming in, destroying our crops. So what we decided to do is to put this line here on top. You see this barbed wire? That's what we decided to do. What else can I show you in the garden? In this bed here, we've planted a lot of seedlings, a lot of them. This garden is going to be very popular, very busy. So these are tomatoes. They are already germinating. If you can see that, they're already germinating. We've got lots of tomatoes. We've got lots of vegetables, spinach, you name it. We have all of them. We are going to plant them in this garden. So I just thought I'd update you guys on the garden, what we are doing, what we have done so far, you know. So after watering, they are watering now. After watering this, underneath, like I said, there's grass, and there is mashanga from the maize that we harvested, and then they'll put the topsoil, good topsoil, and then they'll put manure again. So we want to see the difference. We want to see if it's going to give us better results of this soil. I think that's the best way we could deal with it. Yeah, so you guys, I want to thank you once again for keeping an eye on this channel, coming back to watch it over and over again. Some of you do call me, some of you send me DMs, you know, appreciating. I did not even know that I am impacting on some other people's lives. I do appreciate, you know, you telling me that you are learning a lot. It gives me more motivation. It motivates me more. I want to, you know, give you more of what I'm doing down here. There were no updates. I missed a lot of updates that I could have given you. I could not even stand this long. And thank you guys. Come back and watch my channels. Please share, like, subscribe, and comment. You know, your comments motivate me more. They will tell me that I'm doing well, and I'll keep doing more. Thank you so much, guys. It's my summers here. Bye.